Hello, hello. I think we're there. Okay, so it is our Thursday lunchtime stretch. Pretty sure it's Thursday, otherwise I'm totally off. Um, Hope you are very well. Hope you enjoyed the very sunny day yesterday. Hopefully you didn't get too hot. Um, and yeah, hope your week's going well. Um, just going to be our 20-minute little stretch now. I've spent more time at my desk again today, so I definitely need of stretching out the shoulders and the back a little bit. So that's what we'll go for. We are going to, as usual, completely ignore my hair because I look like I'm from Fraggle Rock. So do excuse that, okay? Yeah, I'll just give it another minute or two. We're pretty much there at 12, and then it'll be about 20 minutes or so. Hope you are very well, though. I'm drinking my squash as always. Okay, so we seem to be up and running. Hopefully sounds all good. Fab. So just coming into a comfortable spot for me. If you can get your yoga mat down, that's great. If you can just find yourself somewhere nice and quiet, just whatever works for you best. Coming into your seated pose, and just start by sitting up nice and tall. And just have that little moment just to notice the breath. We're not trying to change it at all here. Just want you just to start to notice it. Maybe where you can feel it in the body. Maybe it feels a little quick, or maybe it's nice and slow down in the belly. And we're going to take 3 breaths where we inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Now, I want you to make any noises that feel good as you take that exhale. It might be today you need a massive sigh, so you're going to inhale and exhale just a, or it might be sometimes if you feel like you've got a bit of tension around your jaw, making, I don't know the technical term for this, but a face, that can feel pretty good too. So any noise, but try and make some kind of audible sound so you can feel that breath leaving your body, okay? If you want to, those hands can rest wherever you'd like them to, or you can bring them up and bring them to your chest, but I'm just gonna pop them down onto my knees with my palms up. As I take an inhale, think about the breath going all the way down to your belly. So take a big inhale, fill your belly, and then exhale out your mouth. So noises you can't make on, Zoom calls, just make them now. So 2 more breaths for me. Take a big breath in and out. Okay. 1 more big breath in and out. We'll start to take a little movement into the body now. So bring the hands down, take a big breath in, lift all the way up. As you exhale, twist across your body, just catching the knee with your opposite hand, sliding the other hand behind you, twisting and looking all the way over your shoulder. Try and keep that spine nice and tall here to get a good stretch. Then we'll move on to the other side. So take a big inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist across. You can still make those big exhales if you need them. We'll do that 1 more time. So take a big inhale, lift up, and exhale. And 1 more big inhale up. Easy exhale, twist. Good. Take a big inhale, lift up to the ceiling again. And then as you exhale, gently forward fold down here. So wiggle your bum around, get comfy, either relaxing all the way down or crossing the arms over your chest, just whichever you prefer today. 2 big breaths here. So as you inhale again, inhale, lift that chest, and then exhale it down. Okay. 2 more big inhale up, exhale down. Go on, let's just go for 1 more. Inhale, lift up. I like 3s more. Exhale down. Okay. Take a nice big inhale, roll all the way up. Slide the hands behind you so you can lean backwards, and then take your legs out for a little wide-legged stretch. So if you have been sat down all day, do take your time just wiggling yourself around, getting as comfortable as you can. It's a tight one today. Get the toes to face up towards the ceilings, and then with ceiling. It's been a long day. And we're going to take some Sufi grinds together. So I want you to bring your hands into what's called Jupiter fingers, but the easiest way to think of it is Charlie's Angels. Okay, so interlace everything bar your index fingers. You're going to be bringing them out in front of you. And then think that imagine you've got a big bowl in front of you and you're stirring your big bowl. So that's kind of the movement we're going for. There's a little forward and there's a little back, and we're going to do this as big as we can. So we come into those Jupiter fingers. Bring them out in front. Take an inhale, lift up. As you exhale, lean it forward. So you're going to feel it in those hips, feel it in the legs. Then I want you to go all the way over to one side with me. So we're going to lean all the way over to that side. And then as you exhale, lean backwards. So you stir all the way around your bowl. And then as you inhale, we come all the way forwards again. Good. And then all the way back. So you're going to feel this in your hips. It is a bit of a big stretch. If you wanted to deepen it, as you lean forward, maybe bring your head down. So we're getting those shoulders in. And then roll it round. 2 more in this direction. If you can, get those toes to face up to the ceiling. That's going to deepen the stretch a little bit more. If you can hear creaking, I promise it's a floorboard. It's not my back. I hope it's not my back. All the way around. And then back up. Once you get back to the center, we can release those hands, maybe wiggle the shoulders forward and back a little bit. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we come back to our Jupiter fingers, Charlie's Angels, bring them out in front. Take an inhale, lift up. As you exhale, lean it forward again, over towards the other direction this time. So we're going to lean all the way over and then exhale it back. Again, we can still go for those inhales through the nose. And those exhales through the mouth. They feel good. We can bring the head down. Really think about pushing those fingertips away. Get that deep stretch. And then work it around. Let's go for 2 more in this direction again. Each time, hopefully feeling like we're getting a little bit closer towards those toes. If we're not, then cheat and bend your knees. And then you'll find you can get a bit closer to your toes. Coming back towards the center for me, release those hands, give them a little shake. We can start to bring the legs in if you need to. You can pick them up just to help you, okay? Give them a little bit of a shake. And then in this position, we're going to roll our shoulders back 3 times. So if you want to, you can place your hands onto your shoulders with the fingertips facing back, or you can just kind of do the funky chicken, kind of tuck them in towards your elbows. So we're going to roll them one way and then the other. Take a big inhale, bring those elbows back for me. And then as you exhale, bring them forward. If they can touch, fab. If they can't, don't worry about it. 2 more this way. So we lift up. Exhale back. This is the harder way to get them to touch. Inhale forward. And exhale. Then we're going to reverse that. So I'm going to inhale, bring them forward. Again, you can normally get them to touch this way. Exhale back. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. I've got some crunchy shoulders. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Release them down. Have a little bit of a wiggle. Let's come onto all fours and then have a bit of a stretch in down dog. So just sweep your legs round, and we want to come into our box pose. So knees directly under the hips, hands underneath those shoulders, nice flat back for me there. Once you're there, look forward. We'll take our cat-cow. So inhale, lift your head and bum nice and high, belly low as you look up. And then exhale, curl the spine all the way. So we're pushing our back up into the ceiling and we're looking in between the legs. Take an inhale, lift back up and through. Push those hands down, look up, stick your bum in the air. And then exhale, curl it round again. 1 more, just the same. Big inhale lifts you up into cow. Exhale, curl into cat. Good. Find a nice neutral spot with your back, and we'll come up for our down dog. So move your hands slightly further away, curl the toes. Big inhale, lift up. Bums nice and high, heels off the ground, walking on the spot. Shake the back of those legs out. If it feels good, take those feet out to the width of your mat or just a little bit wider if you're not on a mat. Push all the weight back and we can bend those knees here. We can wiggle around, wave your bum around. Good. From this position, just put your feet a little bit closer together for me, and we're going to walk backwards. We're going to meet our feet. So you can bend your knees to help here. Slowly walk backwards. Feel like you're kind of waving your bum around. That's all good. Once you get there, feet hip distance apart. So 2 fists between your big toes. Knees can be as soft as you want them to be. And we'll take our little rag doll here. So bring hands to opposite elbows. Relax the head down. Feel the shoulders start to separate. Give your head a little bit of a shake. You can do a little no and a little yes. Take a nice big deep inhale. And then as you exhale, relaxing those hands down towards the ground. Let's come into a little twist here. So take your right hand to the outside of your left ankle. Take a big inhale, lift all the way up with that left hand looking up. And then exhale back down. Same thing on the other side. So we cross over, big inhale, lift up. And an easy exhale all the way back down. Bend those knees. Inhale, roll up to stand. Squeeze the tummy as you go. Head's going to be the last thing up here. And then take a nice big exhale once you get there. Whew, have a little wiggle around. Sort all your clothes out. All the stuff we have to do. Okay. From that position, keep your feet nice and wide and then soften your knees for me. So just have a little moment here, even just to sort of soften the knees, have a little dance, whatever you need to do. Bring the hands down to the sides. Take a big inhale, lift all the way up. Stretch everything up as tall as you can. And on your exhale, take a very gentle back bend for me. Just a nice, easy little back bend. Inhale back up to the top. Exhale, swan dive down. So hands to shoulders, stick your bum out, flat back as you go, and bend those knees so those hands can come back down. Good. From that position, walk back out to your down dog. So walk yourself out. Again, you bend your knees. I kind of automatically wave my bum around a little bit. So just take your time, finding that down dog. If you fancy a little challenge in your down dog, I want you to lean over to your left, see if you can pick up your right hand, send it back, touch your left leg, and then put it back on the ground. Same thing on the other side. So we lean it over, send it back, touch your leg, and then pop it forward. Good. Let's do that one more time. Give it a go. Pick up the right hand, send it back, touch your left leg, bring it forward. Over onto the other side. So we pick up the left hand, send it back, boop, touch that leg. Good. Start to bend those knees. This time we'll walk up to the top of our mat for forward fold. So start to shimmy yourself forward. Move the hands to help you work your way up. Good. Feet hip distance apart, knees nice and soft. If it feels good, go for another ragdoll. If not, just let those arms dangle. Sway side to side. Feel like a bit of a zombie on a Thursday. Take a nice big deep inhale. And then exhale those hands down towards the ground. Little twist again. So right hand to the outside of the left leg. Inhale that left hand all the way up to the ceiling if you can. Exhale back down. Same thing on the other side. So we cross it over. Big inhale, lift up. And then exhale back down. Bend those knees. Inhale, roll up to stand. Squeeze the tummy as you go. Head's the last thing up. Big exhale once you get there. Shifty around, whatever you need to do. This time we're going to open up the chest a bit more and stretch into the shoulders. So I want you to interlace your hands behind your back for me. So just a little gentle interlace. If you prefer, you can hold on to hand onto opposite wrist. So just whatever works for you best. Bend your knees. Oh, there's my creaky floorboard. There it is. From this position, just start to slide the hands down your back towards your bottom so you feel your shoulders opening up. So my shoulders are going back. My shoulder blades are starting just to find their way together. And I'm just going to have a little sway here. I'm going to have a little dance. Okay, just side to side. Just feeling those hands start to push away a little bit more. Good. Make sure we've got some space between those feet. And we take a nice big inhale, lift the chest, take a little gentle back bend if it feels good. So just send those hands down And then as you exhale, we bend the knees, lean forward, come into forward fold, but keep those hands interlaced and just see where we can find them. So see where we can stretch out. Maybe you can hold on to those hands however you prefer to see how it feels today. Relax your head in this pose. Give it that little shake. You'll find that you can get a little bit deeper here if you can relax the head, the shoulders, the neck. Take a nice big deep inhale. As you exhale, release those hands down towards the ground for me. Just have a little shimmy around. See how it feels. Now, taking those feet out again, just a little bit wider if you've got them close together, we're going to come into some chair poses. So in chair pose, all the weight comes into our heels. I start to bend my knees, stick my bum out, so I can feel that weight moving backwards. Start to lift your chest, whereas, we go, I can see. Take a big inhale, lift those hands up, but sit yourself back down. I'm going to move slightly further this way because I'm aware that I'm falling off the screen there. So bum out. Hold myself up, coming down nice and low. So you're going to feel this in the legs, chest looking forward, arms stretching out. And we're going to inhale to lift and lower 3 times. So take a big inhale, lift up, push through the feet, and then exhale back down. And you can exhale out the mouth still, go for it. 2 more, big inhale, lift up, exhale down. Last one for me, big inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold down. Take it all the way down for me. Good. From this position, walk out to your down dog one last time. So I'm in the middle of my mat. I'm going to do a little forward and a little back. Then from here, we'll just take a few down dog to up dogs, nice and slow though, going onto the knees. So take an inhale, lift up to your tiptoes. Roll the body forward into plank, nice and slow for me. Once you're there, soften the knees down. Uncurl your toes, gently lean the hips down, keep the chest lifted. So we can have our wiggle once we get there. If this feels a bit tight, walk your hands a little further away. Take the pressure off the back, off the shoulders. Those feet can go out a little wider so we feel a bit like a seal. But it's a nice one for the lumbar spine just to wibble about. Wibble about, that's what I'm going for. And we're going to do the same thing 2 more times. So I bring my feet just a little bit closer together. I'm going to come down just so I can bring my hands in towards the body, up onto the knees, curl the toes, big push down dog. Pedal those feet. Let's do that 2 more times together. So inhale, lift up to the toes, roll the whole body forward. Exhale, lower down, nice and slow. Again, play around with whether you want to bend the elbows or keep it up a bit higher. Wibble the feet out. I'm going to stick with wibble. That's the word we're going for today. Look over the shoulders. Maybe look up. And one last time. So I bring those feet in, come onto my knees, curl the toes, big push. Good. And then roll it forward again. So inhale up to the tiptoes, roll forward like a big wave. As you exhale, soften the knees down, uncurl those toes. Hips come down, chest comes forward, and we look out in front. One last time with me, let's wibble around. So just move it around. Looking over the shoulders, bending the elbows if we need to come a little lower. Maybe get a bit worm-like, that's fine. Take a nice big deep inhale. And then as you exhale, gently come back to child's pose for me. So inhale up to those knees and then send yourself back, bringing the head down. You can maybe put a bit of space between the knees, keep those toes together if that feels good. If we've got a bit more space with the chest, we can always try and bring the chest and the chin down. Just take one more big deep breath in. Then very slowly start to lift that chest. Walk yourself in. Bring the knees together. I promise I'm under here somewhere. There we go. And then make your way back to your seated pose for me, just where we were before, so I can walk myself over. One last time, wibble, because that's now going to have to be my word of the day, and come into your seated pose. Okay. So just as we started, we're going to take those 3 breaths again just to finish. So they can be in through the nose, out through the mouth. You might feel the need to be in and out through the mouth or the nose, either one. But I just want you to choose what suits you best right now for how you feel. So I'm going to sit up as tall as I can. Think about my belly bowl. It's a very unflattering term we use when we're getting our yoga breath down nice and low. So as you inhale, feel your bowl expand. And then as you exhale, bring it back in. And we're going to see if our last 2 breaths we can count in for the count of 4 and out for the count of 4. Get your breath nice and equal. So as you breathe in, feel breath in 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We'll do that one more time together. So starting from the neck, inhale, lift, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, and 4. And namaste. Thank you very much for joining me for our quick flow this Thursday lunchtime. Definitely needed. And I will be back tomorrow morning at 8:15. And the same thing, another sort of 20-minute flow just to help wake us up on a Friday morning. So I hope you enjoyed that. And leave me any questions, anything at all. I have got some videos to edit that I will do at some point this week, what's left of it. But yes, I shall let you know when I put them online. And I'll promise I'll start doing my hair again at some point. So I'm going to say goodbye to you over on YouTube, and then I shall come over and say goodbye to